As we wrap up our series on the Army Reconnaissance Course, students have learned basic reconnaissance tactics, as well as how to work as a platoon while gathering intelligence. Now they test all the skills they've acquired during the culmination of the course and their final field training exercise, Operation Blackjack. The Army Reconnaissance Course is adept at taking the Army's leaders from MOSs across the force and turning them into adaptive, creative, and innovative reconnaissance leaders. This process takes weeks of grueling training, but now the students have shown they can handle their final assessment.
Blackjack is the final portion of the Army Reconnaissance Course. It's a culmination primarily focused on zone reconnaissance and security operations.
Operation Blackjack incorporates student-centric planning, air-ground integration, and reconnaissance. The students start out at Lawson Army Airfield, where they plan their mission and brief it to the soldiers before liftoff.
They're air inserted into one of the LZs out here at Fort Benning through various types of aircraft or vehicles. Once they get in here, they get presented with a tactical problem. They have to identify, kind of where they need to go and what they need to do and how to get there.
After learning how to work as a platoon as well as gather relevant intelligence, find avenues of approach into urban area settings, and conduct simulated exercises, the students have a wealth of knowledge they can and should apply during Operation Blackjack.
I feel like you either have to go this road or if there's a road there.
Once they've moved through this field problem, at the end of this problem, they're going to be taken out of the field, put into simulations where they can actually do air-ground integration and indirect fires employment into the final portion of this FTX.
Hey, 3 is calling you. 1.
The students need to have retained the information taught to them throughout the course in order to be successful during Operation Blackjack, which is the whole point of this final field exercise.
I think it's important that they have this final step because it's really a test to see what they've learned and were able to maintain. This isn't one of the courses where it's memorize and forget. You really have to apply everything that you've been taught up to this point into this problem. And this problem really challenges that individual under, mental stress and tiredness, and his ability to think and identify problems and come up with solutions. We came down this route around the pond.
Mm-hmm.
As the exhausted students return from their final assessment, they reflect on what they've been taught during the course, and on some things they never expected to learn.
It's blown my mind. I've learned a lot. I learned a lot about scouting and just reconnaissance in general. I came into this course thinking I had an idea of what reconnaissance was, and I've realized I didn't really know it all.
As the Army's newest reconnaissance leaders graduate from ARC, their innovative training goes with them, but so do so many of the adaptive learning methods that only the experts at the Army Reconnaissance Course can teach.
I encourage all brigade commanders, squadron commanders, battalion commanders to send their leaders to the Army Reconnaissance Course, because those leaders will leave here with an unprecedented amount of knowledge. And the cadre that we got here are professionals, top tier individuals, and that coupled with the learning, the methodology that they will use will create a better adaptive soldier, leader, thinker.
After 27 days of field exercises, classroom instruction, and simulations, the students head out to the force, where they will lead the way in using the adaptive training they learned at ARC. The course itself will continue to train the Army's future leaders and continue to use the same teaching methodologies that are sure to become the future of Army training.